Okay, we're in Nederland, Colorado. I tried to take you people into the Cannabis Shop, but they wouldn't let me in without an ID. So I went and put the dogs in the truck, and I got my ID and I'm going in, but you're not allowed to film, so all you're going to get is audio, okay? This is covert operation. So we're going to go in. For the most part, you're only going to have audio. So don't be making noise in the background. Here we go. We're going in. Hey, buddy. Put the dogs in the trunk. You can't tell I'm 21?
Not quite.
I remember I was up here last time.
Yeah.
I think back then it was just the medical stuff.
Probably, still pretty new.
Lemon snake.
We've got lists up here too, prices and all that, a couple specials going on today.
Nice.
Are you looking for smokable or edible?
Drinkable?
We don't really have any
No, I'm
drinks
kidding.
yet. They should be in.
Do you have any injectable? No. I'm the type of person, if I do regular marijuana, it makes me hyper. And so this guy, I was actually up here a couple of years ago when it was a medical place, and the guy said, well, that's because you need a certain strain.
Right. The sativas are more like hyper, more energizing.
But you said it was a special one that would interact with my body chemistry to where it wouldn't make me hyper anymore.
Right, that's going to be more of an indica.
Mm-hmm.
Indicas are what are more relaxing. It's more of a body high instead of a head high.
Even for a person that reacts the other way?
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, everyone reacts to everything differently, of course, but like a heavy indica is what I would suggest.
Where's that at?
That's going to be the platinum kush here.
Where's this stuff grown at?
Our warehouse is kind of near Golden.
Wow. That's amazing. So you guys grow it inside?
Yes.
How much is something like that?
We sell it by the gram or the eighth, so you can get a gram, which that might be a little more than a gram, for 23 plus tax of the platinum. The eighths are 60.
So what's the law in Texas? I mean, you can buy this, but can you smoke it?
Here in Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can smoke it. You just not really supposed to do it in public. Still,
It's like the same thing with alcohol. You don't drive.
Yeah, not in the car.
So it's got the same kind of rules on it.
Right, pretty much.
So it's called the Platinum Kush.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is if you're in a job. How are they handling jobs in Colorado if the people are getting drug tested?
I think they're still allowed to hold it against you since it's still federally illegal.
They get you either way.
Yeah, I believe so.
So this would be the stuff, huh?
Yeah, if you want something really relaxing and not hyper, then that's definitely the way to go.
And it's more like a body thing?
Mm-hmm. So more of a body relaxation.
So even as a Texan, you can have this on your person, in your car, in your truck, and they can't do anything to you?
Yeah, as long as you're within the borders of Colorado. It's supposed to technically be out of arm's reach in the car, too.
Oh, like
Throw
a
it
gun.
in the back seat.
So you gotta put it with your gun.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Alright, my friend's gonna come in here too, so we'll see what he says. But that's the only kind that's that type you're talking
There's other ones that are indica. That's just the strongest and the heaviest one.
So what would it do for me? Would it put you to sleep or what?
It is good for sleep, yes. There's some lighter ones.
And you're sure I wouldn't do that one and be like, oh, I gotta go run in the mountains?
I'm pretty positive, yeah. That's more of like what they call the couch lock one, where you're, sitting on the couch the rest of the night. These ones are also going to be more relaxing, not hyper, just not quite as strong.
Do they have these stores in Boulder now too?
I think there's a few in Boulder, yeah.
Wow. This is the way it ought to be in the country. I mean, this is better for you than alcohol. They ought to just make that stuff illegal. Because that does more damage to people in their bodies.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So just switch it out. Okay, I'll wait for my friend to come in.
Okay.
So you're allowed to have the paraphernalia and everything now?
Yeah.
They can't nail you for that anymore?
Nope, not quite. just once again, probably not supposed to have that in the car, because since you're not supposed to be smoking in the car.
So it's all of Colorado now that they can have these stores?
There's certain cities that have banned them, so it depends where you are, but there's definitely a good amount of them popping up.
Cool. Yeah, see, people told me if I wasn't a native or had a Colorado ID, they wouldn't do it. That's not true.
Yeah, no, it's just a lower limit on how much you can purchase.
So how much could I purchase at one time if I
You
wanted
can
to?
get up to 7 grams plus edibles.
So 7 times about that amount you showed me.
Pretty much, yeah.
What, per day or what?
Less. Well, really per transaction. Like you could go to, they don't keep track of what you're buying.
So if I came in every day for a week and bought that, they wouldn't care.
Right. The thing about it is that you just aren't allowed to have more than 7 on you at a time. So
Well, then they can, okay.
you want to smoke it all each day, or else you'd have over your limit, and if you got stopped, you would get in trouble for that.
Okay. Well, thank you very much,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's my pleasure.
See you, doggy. He's looking at me like, I know that guy. Thank you. They're still in here. Now, how was that? I got her talking and everything. Notice I did not buy any. I say again, I did not buy any. I'm just not a marijuana person. I don't even drink. I had a beer last night. That's probably the first beer I've had in 10 years. Because it was one of these ones that won all these awards in Boulder. So I said, well, I got to try it. It was pretty good. Made me wish I had a second one. So we're going to go down to Boulder, I guess. We're clear.